Have you ever felt like your life was a movie? Not just a scene, but a whole story? Moments that sometimes feel like a romantic comedy or like a drama with a plot twist that no one saw coming? I have. And what I've come to realize is, life isn't just a movie. It's actually your cinema, with many movies we can choose to watch, direct, rewrite, and relive. Sounds too crazy to be true, but what if it is? I'm Nicole Lee, and welcome back to my podcast, You Never Know, where I talk about life, career, change, taking the unconventional road, and embracing the unknowns. So this is the first Sunday in 18 weeks that I don't have a guest episode ready to be published, and at first I thought, dang, that goes my weekly publishing streak, and maybe, just maybe, I'll skip this week. Nicole, you don't need to be perfect. It doesn't matter, but part of me also felt like perhaps this happened for a reason, to give me a chance to try something different, to speak from my heart without all the cameras, without the filming, without all the makeup. So I decided to go to the park for a walk this morning. I didn't know if I was going to do a solo episode today. It's Sunday, so I publish an episode every Sunday. And this is the first time I didn't have any plans to. So if you're listening to this today, yes, this episode was literally decided and recorded today. So I was walking in the park and I asked the universe, like I often do, if I'm meant to speak today, show me what I need to say, show me the message I'm meant to give to the world. So the first thing I did was to open ChatGPT and ask, based on everything I've been talking about this past week, what should I share? What suggestions do you have? And it gave me 3 ideas, pretty good ones actually, but the last one stuck with me. It said, you probably already know. Feel into the energy of what you're meant to say today. I'm like, So I closed the app, closed my eyes, and asked the universe for a sign, and I was feeling into my energy walking in the park, and then this thing happened. Someone cycled past me and there was a song blasting from the speaker, and it was I'm just gonna sing it. It's just like a movie, it's just like a song when we were young. And I'm like, you're kidding! The universe sent me Adele when we were young. And I just stopped and I smiled and I thought, okay, this is it. And it then came all together for me in my mind that life is like a movie. It really is one, and I never believed it before. But as I transform myself into, version 10.0 of Nicole, it's so true. And we're not just the actors in the movie, we're also the writers, we're the directors, we can cast the characters. And I know that it might sound so out of this world, but the more I live, the more I go through my ups and downs and heal and do the inner work, the more I believe it. Because your frequency, your energy, your vibe attracts your tribe. And as you grow, evolve, and connect back to yourself, that frequency shifts, your energy shifts, and therefore your tribe shifts too. And sometimes people fall away. Sometimes they come back in a different way. Sometimes new people come in that you didn't expect, and these people grow alongside you. They uplift you, they may compliment you, because as you change your energy, you also change your movie. The scenes shift, the soundtrack changes, the characters evolve. That's what I meant by you can cast the characters too. Of course, it's not because we can control people or choose who exactly comes into the movie. We can cast the characters because we attract them. We attract people based on the energy that we're in now, and from the energy we choose to consistently be in every single day. And we can choose to elevate our energy, deplete it, or deteriorate it. So this isn't just about manifesting the life we want, or the dream partner, or the dream house, or dream job. It's about how we live and the energy that we embody within us. It's about how we love ourselves. Which brings me to a little story I wanted to share with you today, which I think is both fun and reflective. So last night, I had dinner and drinks with two new friends. I haven't known them for very long, and we ended up playing a game to get to know each other better, instead of the usual, surface level talk like, oh, which industry are you in? Do you have kids? What restaurants do you like to visit? So the game that we played was called Have You Ever? And maybe some of you might have played it as well before. It's a game, but it's actually a way to know each other a bit better. So, we ask questions like, have you ever lied to your parents and skipped school? Or have you ever fallen in love with someone who didn't love you back? Those kind of questions. And then we went around the table, and something started happening. I noticed that each answer that we gave became so much more than a yes or a no. They became stories, fragments of past versions of ourselves, moments we forgot we lived until someone asked us. And what struck me wasn't the drama or the surprises that came with it. It was the reflection, their reflection and my reflection. Because sometimes we say yes to things in the past, but that doesn't mean we would choose those same decisions again. It also doesn't mean that we should have said no. It just means that we chose the path, the decision, the choice at that time based on the level of consciousness and frequency that we carried, based on what we desired at that point in time. And those things, the consciousness, the frequencies, the desires, may change today based on what happened to us, based on the experiences we've had, based on the lessons we learned. We can change so drastically, and many of us may be afraid to acknowledge our past. But I think that we need to be grateful for our past, no matter how messy or chaotic it was, because it helps us to grow in consciousness and awareness. It helps us to understand what we were running away from, or what we were craving for, or what we were trying to find. This game, Have You Ever, reminded me that our past does not define us. Our past isn't a label or a version we need to stick to because the people around us are familiar with. Our past isn't a pattern we need to keep repeating just to be consistent. Your past is a reminder that the version of yourself you may be holding on to may be a past story that you wrote along with 30 other people 20, 30, 40 years ago. It could be with your family, your friends, your partners, your colleagues, your past self. It is a reminder to pause, to reflect, and learn more about who you truly are today, so that you can write the next scene, to change the actors, the music, the mood, the energy. You are both the actor and the writer. But the best part, the plot twist, you never know what the ending of your movie will be. You never know which exact actors will be casted. You never know which exact music will be played. But what you will know is that as you learn to choose yourself, love yourself more and more every single day, that movie and the ending will get so much better. Because life is a movie. Life is not just a movie. It's your cinema. Thank you so much for listening to this solo episode today. I really hope that it resonates with you and you found it meaningful and inspiring. If you want me to continue producing such episodes, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. Tell me your thoughts, how you feel, and which parts resonated with you today. Take care, and you got this. Have a good week and a good day. Bye.